Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Britzy here, and I'm bringing you a short video where I'm overlooking the patch notes that just released so we can see what new changes are coming to Valorant and how this might affect your gameplay. So this is Valorant Patch Notes 0.47 plus, and these were released today on 4/21/20. And let's just jump right into it and see what they changed. And it looks like they buffed melee damage. Melee attacks now inflict double the damage per hit to destructibles, including Sage's Barrier and Heavy Haven's Metal Double Doors. Okay, I can see why they did this. So Sage Barrier, if you spent the $300 playing Sage on pistol round and you got that barrier, that was a huge burden for the opposite team to try to get through. So for example, if you played on Bind and you planted the bomb and then hid in showers, then if a Sage walled you off inside showers, there's no way you could break the wall in time to kill the person that was defusing the bomb. And I think the Haven's Metal Double Doors is just to try to prevent people from camping on either side of those doors on pistol round and give you a little bit more accessibility to wallbang those. But this is not a huge buff. It's just a minor buff to help with balancing out a few things within pistol rounds, I think. Alright, now let's get into the person everybody wants to talk about, RAZE. So they reduced their paint shells from 2 to 1, and they have a kill reset. So if players get 2 kills, it resets the cooldown on the paint shells. And they tuned and adjusted the audio for all of her abilities. Okay. So, and they fixed it looks like the paint shells were sometimes exploding quicker than intended. So this is actually a really good way of nerfing her because RAZE was not overpowered in competitive play. So, like, RAZE should not be played in competitive 5v5 because she doesn't really bring much to the team. But she is a very good pub stomper champion. And this nerf still keeps her ulti strong, keeps her ulti dangerous, but reduces the main thing that was wrong with her kit, which is the fact that these grenades were doing way too much damage, way too quickly, and they would completely cut off parts of the map and stop enemy teams from pushing or allow enemy teams to easily take sites. I like that they have the kill reset to give her another paint shell because it still gives her the opportunity to get a second one later in the round. And I like that they did not nerf her ult. RAZE's ult is fine. The only issue, yes, it's very dangerous if people are grouped up, but she has a very loud sound animation and the rocket is very slow and she has to wide peek you to shoot the rocket. So you should always be able to trade with a RAZE if she ults you. So I think this is actually a really good nerf for her to keep the masses happy. She's still not going to be, she was never strong in like 5v5 competitive, and this will maybe nerf a little bit of her carnage that she was doing in casual games and public matches. So with Sage, they nerfed her a little bit, and they also changed the way some of her abilities work. So her slow orb now slows the airspeed of players in the zone. This is only to prevent people from bunny hopping through her slow. So before this change, you could bunny hop through her slow without getting much of a speed decrease at all, which would allow you to easily traverse her slow. But now you can walk through the slow orb without making noise. And this is a very interesting change because, so Sage's slow orbs, they effectively take away a choke point for 15 seconds because when she puts that slow orb down, since she could hear the players, you did not really have to worry about that direction for 15 seconds. So let's say you're playing Haven and Sage is playing C and people are pushing down long C and she throws the slow orb. Then she really does not have to worry about long C for 15 seconds because if people go in that slow orb and she hears them, it should be easy kills. But now this takes away some of her map pressure that she can apply with the slow orb because since people can walk through it, then there's a chance that if she throws that orb and walks away, a player might be able to just walk through it and walk behind her without her ever knowing. I actually like this change a lot. I think her slow orb was way overpowered, especially early game, because that would effectively take 30 seconds away on pistol round, and that's just insane. And map updates, they fixed a few exploits, and on split, they moved the orb from the B mid to B main. This is interesting. So the strategy to play split before this was to play one person on B, one person on A, and 3 mid. But I think them moving this orb from B mid to B main is going to move the meta to 1A, 2 mid, 2B, and those 2B might contest B main. It really depends on where the orb is. I'm assuming they'll probably put the orb right at the end of the tunnel so that you can see it from B side if you have the right angle. But I think this is interesting. You can obviously tell they're trying to reduce some of the pressure that the mid has on this map, and that's probably a good thing because you don't want 6 to 7 to 8 people on that one spot of the map every single round. And then the other things are just quality of life improvements, which is always good to see during open beta. It sees that they're actively addressing the issues that come up on their end, and they fixed a few server issues and this incredible bug where Cypher Spy Cam could shoot weapons. That's pretty much it for this patch. It's a very small patch, but it is very good and very promising to see how quickly they're addressing the community's concerns and how quickly they're pushing out these patches to address the things that they see that are wrong with the game. So that's it for patch 0.47. Please like and comment the video if you enjoyed it. If anything was not clear, just put a comment down in the comment section and I'll address that for you. And thanks guys, have a good one.